What's up guys, welcome back to the Kim Codes. In this video I'm going to be giving you guys an update about where I am in terms of my coding web developer journey. You guys watched my Team Treehouse versus Cold Steel's web developer bootcamp. In Team Treehouse I'm actually up to HTML forms. I only have 20 minutes left, and with Cold Steel I just finished section 7. Not just finished, but a couple of weeks ago. So the reason why I'm doing it this way is because I am self-teaching myself. There's a whole bunch of information out there. A YouTuber, his name was DredaDev, he gave that suggestion. Like, he took Team Treehouse, but he was taking other courses too. He was looking at YouTube, he was looking at Udemy, he was looking at FreeCodeCamp. So I was like, okay, let me do all these three at the same time. Is it right, is it wrong? I don't know, but I'm learning and that's all that matters. So I was taking Team Treehouse, and I was taking Udemy, Cold Steel, and I was taking FreeCodeCamp. And FreeCodeCamp, I liked it, but I felt like I was just blah. And then I watched Coding Phases Don't Fall into the FreeCodeCamp Trap, and then he basically explained how I felt, but how I didn't think I felt. So I strongly suggest that you check that out. Not saying that FreeCodeCamp is not good, but it's more of a practice thing, not more of a, okay, go ahead and build your own website thing. It's more of a practice thing. It's like reading documentation and typing, like not really working. So basically I'm going to talk about my experience so far. So today is July 1st, 2018, halfway through the year, and my goals and what I plan to do. So I plan to of course, hopefully, not hopefully, I'm going to say it out there, I'm going to complete the front-end web development track this July in Team Treehouse, and then I'm also going to complete the front-end section of Cold Steel's web developer bootcamp all the way up to section 19. So that is my goals for this July. So after that, I plan on taking the intro to PHP track, and then intro to WordPress track, and then web developer WordPress track, something like that, in Team Treehouse. So that's what I plan on doing. And then I want to buy this book that this one YouTuber recommended. I forgot what it's called, but it's basically about WordPress themes, and he says you must read it before you start taking on clients. So that's what I'm going to read after I finish all those tracks, and then I'm going to start taking on clients. So pray for me, y'all. I don't know, wish me good luck. And then after that, after I start getting clients and stuff, then I'm going to take like the intermediate PHP and get more in the back end, since the goal is to become a full stack web developer, right? So that is my goal so far. And how am I doing? I mean some days it's like I feel so motivated, some days I don't, but I do it anyway. But one thing I realized is that my perfectionism was hindering me from coding, because sometimes I would code for only 2 hours a day, and then I would feel bad, and the next day I wouldn't code at all because I'm beating myself up. So one thing I had to learn was to, like, listen, if you even code for even 30 minutes a day, or 2 hours a day, or 1 hour a day, that still would have been something, and you wasted the whole week not coding because you were mad at that. So that's one thing I had to honestly teach myself is, you know, every single day, even if it's a little bit, even if it's 30 minutes, 20 minutes, no matter how busy you are, put in those hours in, because sometimes it feels so overwhelming when you think about the whole journey. But if you break it up piece by piece, I guess it helps, and if you just keep going, you know. And then one thing I learned is that I love HTML and CSS. At first, CSS was like kind of confusing, and to say that I have CSS down to a T, that's wrong. I'm still learning about CSS, but I feel very comfortable with CSS. I feel very comfortable with, you know, the borders and margins, and before that was really hard for me. I don't know why, but before I found CSS properties to be really hard. But then as I started practicing through, I think, like Cold Steels and all, like when I started practicing through the different exercises in Team Treehouse and Cold Steel's web developer bootcamp, I really started learning that, especially with CSS, that's all I know. It's like you really have to practice, and CSS resonates with me because I'm a very visual person. I'm not really a mathematical person, but I'm a very visual person. So I would try this margin, try this border, erase it, doesn't work, try this, try to get closer, blah 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 blah. That's how my brain works. I can't explain it. Like, I have to look at the website code, because it's like I don't know, that's just how my brain works. I know some people just do mathematical equations like, oh, if you minus this border box, if you minus this margin and this element from this paragraph, you get this. But I don't really work like that. I work like I have to see it, then I do it, then I build it, and I'm good. And honestly, it's been very fun, like creating websites with HTML and CSS. I feel like I'm playing design like I'm a kid again, which is happy, which makes me happy, honestly, because it's like sometimes you always hear it's so hard, but when you do it, like, it's like, you know what, I can do it. JavaScript. So like, before I even started Team Treehouse and Web Developer Bootcamp, I did a JavaScript bootcamp prep in New York City. I live in New York, and I didn't really like JavaScript, but I think it's because honestly I didn't put my all into it, and I was rushing to get into the bootcamp prep, so I rushed through JavaScript. But so far, honestly, the JavaScript, I don't like it. I understand it intellectually, but I don't really like how they're teaching the JavaScript basics in Team Treehouse. I don't know. So far, you know, I didn't get to like JavaScript loops and arrays and stuff like that, and objects. But so far, the way they're teaching is hard. I know JavaScript is a hard language to teach, but it's like, sometimes I feel like, I don't know. It's no shade to the teacher. I'm sure the teacher is a great person, a great guy, and maybe some people will disagree with me and say, yeah, that JavaScript teacher from Team Treehouse is awesome. But I guess it's me. Everybody learns differently, and I just don't learn the way he teaches, if that makes sense. So JavaScript is a hard language. So I don't know if it's because it's just like I had more practice in HTML and CSS, but I do prefer HTML and CSS. I heard some people prefer JavaScript over HTML and CSS. I'm like, what? I don't know how you could say that, but I guess everybody's brain is different. HTML, CSS, I really like it. I know some people say it's not a real language, it's a markup language, whatever. I'm still happy, and I still give myself a clap because I conquered my fear and I did that. But yeah, at this point, I'm really anxious to like put in more work. It's the summertime. Yes, it's hot. I don't know where you guys are, but in New York, it's really hot. But I am determined to put in the work, put in the hours, because I don't want December or January to roll around and I feel bad because I'm still at the same step. So guys, if you guys are watching this video, please give it a like. One of my goals is for the channel is to just connect with other web developers, whether new or experienced. I want to connect with you guys. Maybe I can make friends here, so if I have trouble with my code, maybe we can discuss it. Maybe you could explain to me, and when I get very experienced, whenever that happens, I can help you guys too. So that's one of my main reasons for creating this channel, is I want to make friends here. I want to make code developer friends. So if you guys want to befriend me, like, leave a comment, and yeah, I wish you guys good luck on your coding journey, and I'll see you later. Bye.